Hi there, fellow classmates and Joe. My name is Greg, and I want to welcome you all to the Island County Parks Department. We're on Whidbey Island. I'm a parks tech, and I've been here about 3+ years. I'm really enjoying it. I'm in the turfgrass maintenance program at Walla Walla. Um, oh, and today I'm dressed how I interviewed for the job before I got it, obviously. I was in a work shirt and I had a baseball hat on, and this particular hat is on today for a reason. I'll explain that later. Um, let's see, how can I tell you about myself? I was a bricklayer for 35 years before I came into parks, and for 30 of those years I was a working foreman, and that'll become relevant later. Um, now, the structure of our department is we have management, a supervisor that's about 73 years old, and he's got a lot of experience in horticulture, probably 50 years or more. He also has a bachelor degree in horticulture, and he's been with the Whidbey Island Parks Department for 30 years. Now, directly above me and the other techs, they call them, is a lead hand. He's a young fella. He just turned 30, had no leadership experience before this. He had worked in the parks for 6 or 7 years. Um, and there's three other parks techs, so that's four, including myself. And I'm almost 58. The others are in their 20s, early 30s, so a very, very young crew. And because I'm so much older and have a lot of leadership experience, I play a large leadership role here. Everything from planning jobs, organizing jobs. I'm a leader on jobs themselves, basically a secondary working foreman, if not more. Um, and anyway, that's an answer to the question. Or part of this project is to show where we've employed leadership skill. I'll probably talk about that a little bit later. Um, let's see. This is our shop. This is where we all come every morning. You see, this picture was taken in the fall. A lot of leaves. We actually had a work done on the park or on the park on the building recently. New roof, new doors, and other things. Now let's show you some of our equipment that we use. Oh, I think I forgot to mention where I'm going to be focusing on is the groundskeeping part of my job, and especially with respect to turf grass. Obviously, there's a lot of turf grass in parks. The other types of things we do in the department is we clean the parks. We also do minor construction and repair. We'll do painting, carpentry, plumbing, various building infrastructure. I have a list of things here. We install signs, barbecues, benches. We repair benches, boat docks, outdoor showers, outdoor dog watering units. We even fall trees. Sometimes we're basically working like lumberjacks and with the chainsaws. We fall the trees, we cut them up into rounds. But as I said, today I'm going to be focusing on the groundskeeping and the turf grass especially. And now this slide here, this is our equipment, obviously. You can see a nice rotary mower that's been bought within the last couple of years. That's over on the left. In the middle is our blade sharpening unit or equipment. And on the right, that's our groomer. Right now it has an attachment for basically doing the surface of baseball infields. And we actually built our own groomer, and I'll show you that in the next slide. This we built that out of 2x4s, plywood. We put screws through. So if we want to get a deep, go deep with grooming the infield in our baseball fields, we'll utilize that. We have the chain there. That's what we attach to a mower, or sorry, the grooming unit, and we pull that around. Oh, with respect to horticulture, we do a lot more than just turf grass. We also do things like trim trees, clean flower beds. We plant things occasionally. What we do a fair bit of is grass seedings, which have been a lot of fun. So let's see, what's next? Okay, this is our tractor. We utilize it for all kinds of things. We have a number of attachments that go on the front and the back. We have a front end loader for the back. We have auger systems. We have a backhoe. But we also use it for our turf grass practices. And right now, what's on the back of it is our top dresser. And we had recently done both herbicide and fertilizer on one of our baseball fields. Okay, next. Here's our culture practices equipment. On the far right, that's our aerator. In the middle is a box blade unit we use for spreading topsoil. And then on the left is our dethatcher. It has wire prongs, and we go around the turf grass and get all the dead debris and other things that we want to get rid of that are laying just under the surface of the grass. And we recently did that. We've done all these practices recently. Oh, now one of the things we're supposed to talk about in this project are failures. Now, this is a baseball field that we seeded last year. I think it was in the spring. Maybe it was this spring, last spring. Can't remember exactly. Anyway, it did not go as well as we would have hoped for. One of the reasons was corners were cut. Because I'm in the turf grass program, I had spoke to the lead and the supervisors about different ways that we might going about it. And we had some interesting discussions, but it was decided that the proper way to do it would take too much time. So we did things a little differently. There is some clover in it still. There are blank spots. There are some tufts of grass. We did get a little bit of emergence. Um, Here's the home plate area. And yeah, that was completely bare when we started. So as I said, we got a little bit of emergence with our grass, but not as much as we would have liked. What happened this fall was we brought in our management decided to bring in professional hydro seeders. And that was really interesting because I was there when they did it, and I got to ask them a lot of questions about what they were doing and why they were doing it. And it turns out that they were doing things the way that I had learned in the Walla Walla turf management program. So that was pretty exciting. But even though this was a failure, I learned a lot. I learned what not to do and why we do things in a certain way for better results. Okay, here is probably our premier baseball field. I don't know when I took this picture. A lot of sunlight in it. Obviously, it was the summer. But anyway, so this is we perform a lot of turf grass cultural practices here. We do our fertilization. We utilize herbicides. We dethatch. We do have an irrigation system here. And the irrigation system was really good for me to utilize what I used in the irrigation classes that we take here at Walla Walla. I was able to, again, utilize what I had learned, troubleshoot things, and there was one of the courses kind of a practicum course. So I was able to do all my assignments here at this baseball field. So what do I have up next? This was a success. I led the crew on this for planting the turf grass. You can see it's not perfect, but it came out pretty well. I followed the things that I had learned at Walla Walla. And like I said, I led the crew. And before we did this, it was completely bare. It was just dirt, maybe a little bit of weeds and a few sprinkles of grass, but it was not what you see now. So we were all very, very proud of that. And we cut the lines and did a layout and to get the proper measurements from home plate, and it was really great. Now, one of the problems we had Okay, why? I'm going to show you pictures of the baseball field as it looks today. And one of the problems we had with keeping up with the work this fall was we built dugouts, or rebuilt them. Basically, took them down almost 100%. We built 4 of these dugouts. You can see in the slide. The dugouts came out really great. I have a lot of construction experience, so I led the crew on this, even the lead hand, and told the supervisor what I wanted to do and why I wanted to do it. But we had a really great time. It was a team effort, and we were all very proud. But as I said, the problem was we did not get to do as much work on the baseball field as we wanted to. And today, this is what our baseball field looks like as of a few days ago. You can see we have a lot of weeds in the baselines. You can see the baselines themselves are not straight. They need to be trimmed. We recently did do an herbicide application on the weeds. We also recently fertilized and put down herbicide on the grass areas and dethatched. That's why you can see a little bit of yellow on the field itself. That's mostly a result of dethatching. Yeah, I think that's about it. Let me see. Oh, um, one of the things, I'll explain why I'm wearing this hat. The Spokane Indians in our program is a man by the name of Tony in the turfgrass program, and we've become friends. I have gone out to Spokane a couple of times and met with Tony, and he showed me around his field, which is absolutely incredible. He has actually won a number of awards for his work. But the best part was he would take me around the baseball fields and even into his office, and he would tell me all about various equipment. He would talk to me about fertilizers, herbicides. We talked about grass species, weeds. We talked about different baseball field dirts, trimming lines, how to get the lines on the infield and even the outside warning track cut properly. Even showed me the machine that they do it with. Yeah, he even taught me. He took me in his office. He was showing me how they built the pitcher's mound. This whatever number of a few years ago, I guess it was, and all the steps involved. And having come from a construction background and now in turfgrass, that was really amazing to see how they did that and learn how that's done. So, yeah, become really good friends, I'd say, and plan to go see him again this coming baseball season, see how things are going on, how things are going, and it really brings the program alive for me when I have had that opportunity. And I guess we're supposed to talk about our future. My future is definitely going to be in turfgrass. I might stay with the Parks Department. It's a government job. So it has a lot of good benefits, and it's a really good place to work. I get to do a lot of different things, utilize my construction background. I also get to use my new education. On the other hand, I might go into baseball. That would be a dream come true. I remember being a kid thinking how cool it would be to take care of the baseball fields. My dad used to take me to Milwaukee Brewers games many years ago. And last, I'm going to show you my little buddy. That's my little Bobo. He comes to work with me every day. He looks like such a grumpy little guy. He likes to go on the mowers. Um, yeah, but he's here. He's our mascot. Everybody loves him, and he keeps me going every day. Anyway, I guess that's about it. That's life at Island County Parks. I wish you all well in your programs.